Hello, welcome to yoga. My name is Lauren. We're going to start in a comfortable seat. So find a bit of space where you can sit up nice and tall. So what I want you to imagine is like someone's got a big invisible string. They're lifting you all the way up through the crown of your head. Can you feel your spine grow nice and tall? Yeah. From here we're going to start to roll the heads of the shoulders up, back and around. So notice how that feels. If you've got anything here that feels a little bit sticky or tight. Lovely. Now bring your hands onto your tummy. With your middle fingers, see if you can get your middle fingers to touch and they'll rest just over your belly button. So one of the most important parts of yoga is our breath. We'll start with balloon breathing. So I want you to imagine like your tummy is a big balloon. So as you take a full breath in, feel the tummy expand. You might feel the hands start to move away from one another. As you take a full breath out, feel the belly drop, feel the hands drop back in. Yeah, so we'll start to do that naturally with your breath. Take a full breath in through the nose. Long breath out. So imagine you're filling up that balloon, full breath in. Long breath out. And we'll do 3 more of those with your own breath. So you're to feel the breath traveling all the way down from your throat, down through your chest, through your lungs, all the way down into your belly. So notice what happens to your body when we breathe. You might start to become a bit calmer. And then bring your hands on top of your knees. We'll find a bit of gentle movement. So we're going to start to sway in circles. So take a circular motion through your spine. So it might be that you start to rock through your head. You might let the throat open, you might tilt the head down and back. You might make really big circles. You might straighten your arms or bend your elbows. Your circles might be really small. Yeah, so notice how your body wants you to move. So when we spend a lot of time sitting, our bodies start to get a little bit sticky and tight. So notice where you can start to have a bit of fun with your body, where you can find a range of movement and something that feels really good. Lovely. We'll take one more round. So take one big circle with your body, open through the chest. And then bring your arms up overhead. Good. So take a big breath in, take a big stretch all the way up towards the sky. And from here we'll come into a twist. So one hand will come onto your knee, the other hand will come behind you. Yeah, so what I want you to notice here is you push down into the earth. We want to sit up nice and tall. And get this nice big stretch through your spine. So where can you feel this in your body? You might take a little rock of the head from side to side. Notice how that feels. Good. We'll come back all the way to the center. So bring your arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch. Stretch all the way up towards the sky. And then twist to the other side. Yeah, so notice, how does this feel in your body? Does it feel different on one side? You might take a bit of gentle movement. You might move through the head and the neck. You might start to twist a little bit deeper. Good. Come all the way back through center. Stretch your arms up overhead. Take a full breath in. And then we'll bring the hands to touch and bring them all the way down to your heart. So we're going to move into cat and cow. Come onto all fours. So bring your hands so that they're underneath your shoulders. And see your knees and your hips are also in one line. So start the movement with your bottom. Tilt your bottom all the way up to the sky. Roll the heads of the shoulders down and back and look up. Yeah, we take a full breath in. And as you breathe out, round through the spine. So you want to imagine like you're an angry cat here. Can you drop your head and look at your belly button? And take a big breath in. So we're moving to that happy cow pose. So tilt the bottom to the sky, open through the chest, let the head drop down and back. Big breath out, cat pose. And so we can have a bit of fun with the body here. I want you to start to move in a way that feels good for your body. So it might be moving through those two movements. It might be that you start to play with a bit of a circular motion, yes? You might find a bit of a wiggle through your hips. You might come forward and back. You might try tucking your toes and see how that feels through your feet. We don't give our feet very much love, so give the toes a bit of attention. Say hello, toes. Lovely. So we'll take 3 big breaths and keep moving. Notice how the body wants you to move. If you've got a lot of energy, this is really good to do. You might be moving quite fast. You might move a little bit slower. And then we're going to come into child's pose. So bring your knees nice and wide. Bring your feet to touch behind you. And can you sink your bottom all the way back towards your feet? And then walk your hands all the way to the top of your mat. And so I want you to pretend like you're a little rock here. So go really heavy. Feel the ground underneath you. Relax through your head and your neck. And from here, come all the way onto your tummies. So we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So bring your elbows so that they're underneath your shoulders. Stretch your legs out behind you and press your feet down into the ground. So notice as you press down into your arms, we feel that sense of lifting up through the top of your head. Good, get a nice big back bend. And start to move your head in any way that feels good. So that might be looking from side to side. If you've got someone next to you, you might smile, say hello. You might open the head back or tilt the head down so you can get your chin onto your chest. So this is really good for our spine. It keeps it nice and healthy. And then we're going to have a play with moving a little bit deeper into our back bend. So as you lie down onto your tummy, walk your hands out, and we're going to make little spider hands. If you've ever seen a nice big spider, imagine that's your hand. Yeah, so push down into your fingers. Push the earth away and lift all the way up. So you see we get a nice deep back bend, we get nice and open through the front of the body. And here we have the opportunity to have a bit of a play. So notice how that feels for the body. You might bend one elbow and then the other. You might drop the head from side to side. And you can move really slowly, look after your body. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So come all the way down to your tummies. Push your hands into the ground. Tuck your toes and send your bottom all the way up to the sky. And so we want nice strong arms here, nice strong legs. And you can give your dog a bit of a walk, yeah? So start to bend your legs. You might give your bottom a little wiggle. You might rock your feet from side to side. And as you look all the way up towards your hands, we're going to walk our feet slowly, kind of like a caterpillar, all the way up to your hands and come into a big forward fold. Yeah, so take a nice big bend into your knees and see if you can sway your arms from side to side. And so let the head hang nice and heavy. You kind of want to feel like a big elephant trunk here, so you might swing your arms around. We want to have a lot of fun here with the body, so if you've got a lot of energy, here's your opportunity to kind of shake everything out. Good. Bring your hands to the front of your legs and bring your hands all the way up as we come all the way up into standing. So for mountain pose, press down through your feet, stand up nice and tall, roll the shoulders down and back. And bring your arms up overhead, and you can either press your hands together or you might even want to pistol grip your fingers. So you put those middle fingers up and out, take a full breath in, can we stretch all the way up, and then stretch all the way up and over. So you want to feel this nice big stretch all the way down the side of your body. Good, big breath in, come back through the middle, big breath out, up and over to the other side. Good, and we're going to keep playing with that movement. And this time take a bit of a forward fold as well, so your arms will kind of swing all the way down to the ground, sweep all the way up. So if you've ever seen seaweed moving in the water, this is kind of what we want to feel like. So you can keep it really nice and fun and free with the arms. You might bend through the knees. Doesn't really matter what you're doing here, just notice how it feels in your body. So how can you have a bit of fun here? And we'll take one more round on each side. Bring your hands all the way down to your sides. Walk your feet out so they're a little bit wider, so we want your toes facing out. Good, take a big breath in, lift your arms up. And as we breathe out, we're going to come all the way down into a big old squat. So imagine like you're sitting onto a little chair, yeah? Good, so press into your feet, straighten your legs, lift your arms up, big breath in. Big breath out, come down into that chair. So you might bring your hands all the way down to your heart or down to your legs. I want you to feel there's a lot of energy here, so press into your feet, lift up, exhale. So if you've got a lot of energy and you want to make this a bit more fun, we have the option to start to jump. Yeah, so if you want to jump, we'll come down, press into your feet, take a big breath in, whoop, and down. So we can do that 2 more times. Press into your feet, lift up and down. Final round, press into your feet, lift up, good job, and down. Good, so our legs are nice and warm. Bring your feet back together. We're going to play with some balancing poses. So for balancing, it's really important that you look at a still spot that's not moving. So if you've got a friend next to you, try not to look at them because you might wobble and fall out. So press down into one foot, bring the other foot up. So you might rest it on your ankle. You might bring it onto the inside of your leg, or you might bring it all the way up to your thigh. And we want to feel like we're a tree here. So there's lots of different kind of trees. You might be a tree with your hands on your hips. You might give your tree some branches. So if you've got someone out next to you, you might try and catch their hand or their wrist. You might be able to stretch your arms nice and high up overhead. And so if you're a little bit wobbly, if there's a bit of wind in your tree, that's fine. It doesn't matter if you fall out. Good, we'll take one more breath. And come all the way down. So can you give your legs a bit of a shake? We're going to come straight to the other side. So press down into your foot. Other foot will either come up onto your ankle, up onto your calf, or onto your thigh. So how can we be a nice strong tree here? Can you feel that you're really pressing down through your feet? Can you feel like we're growing up nice and tall? Yeah, so we can stay here. You can give your tree some branches. You might be a tree that's lost a branch. You might be a tree with a bit of wind and have a bit of a sway. You might be really strong and steady. I'm going to take one more big breath in. Big breath out. Shake it all out. Release through your arms, release through your legs. And so because we're so good at that standing balancing, we're going to do one more. And this gives us the opportunity to have a bit of a play with going a little bit further. So I'll just come to the side so I can show you for stork pose. Press down into one foot and the other foot is coming up. So you can see how your knee is bent. Yes, you might stay here with your hands on your hips. That's really good. You might even stay with your toe on the ground, and that's a really good option too. If you're feeling really strong, bring your arms up. So we want to feel like we're stretching, lifting all the way up, find a bit of space. So you can stay here. Or if you want to become an aeroplane, send your leg back. Send your arms back, and can you hover? Can we be really still and steady here in our body? Be very careful not to knock one another over. Good. Come back through the middle. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. And we'll come straight to the opposite side, so the other side. So bring your knee up. You might keep your toe down on the ground, and that's really good if you need a bit of balance. You might bring your knee up. You might bring your arms up. And then so get a nice big stretch. Stretch through your arms, stretch through your fingers. You might even give your fingers a bit of a wiggle. Then can we move into our aeroplane pose? So kick back through your leg. Kick back through your arms. Woo. Is your airplane moving? Well done, everybody. You can give yourselves a little shake, maybe a few arm circles, a few bends through the knees. So release anything you're holding in your body. Then we're going to come all the way down into our downward facing dog. So press your hands back into the ground. Send your bottom up nice and high. And again, take any kind of wriggles and movements that feel good. So that might be bending the legs. Good. Bring your knees down to the ground. We're going to work on building a bit of strength through our tummy, through our arms and through our legs. Good. So we're going to press our left hand and our left knee down. Step the right leg back and lift the right arm all the way up towards the sky. So So kind of like a fallen star here. So can you stretch nice and wide through your fingers, get that nice opening through your chest. Good. We'll take a big breath in, really stretch and open. Take a big breath out. We'll move straight to the other side, so take your time. Stretch your left arm all the way up, open through the chest, push the earth away. How can you feel really strong here? Good, come back to the middle. Give yourselves a little rock. That might mean a few circles through the hips. We've got one more fun standing balancing. So come back into your downward facing dog. Spread through your fingers, nice strong arms. Can you lift your right leg up off the ground, and you might give your foot a little bit of a wiggle. Yeah, you might bend through your knee. Can you look forward and step that foot in between your hands? So we're in a nice long lunge and bring the arms up. Good, so we're going to feel really strong here through the legs. You might give it a little bit of a pulse, or you might bend through the back knee. Good, take one full breath in. Big breath out, good job everyone. And then you can come back into your downward facing dog. So nice strong arms. Push into your hands, push into your feet. We'll bring the left leg up nice and high, and then take anything that feels good. That might be a wiggle, that might be bend through the knee. Look forward, step your foot in between your hands, come all the way up into your lunge. So you kind of want to feel really strong here. So can you push down into your feet? Can you feel your legs are really strong? Your tummy is strong. You're stretching through your arms. And send your breath all the way down into your tummy. Good. Take one more full breath in. And downward facing dog. Press into your hands. Nice strong arms. Step your feet back. And then bring your knees all the way down to the ground for child's pose. So, knees nice and wide. Bring your bottom down onto your feet, and we're just going to form a little ball here. So you can bring your arms down by your sides, or you might stretch your arms forward. And pay attention to your breath. Every time you breathe in, can you feel that balloon of your belly fill up? Lovely. Come all the way up through the middle and lie down onto your back. So we're going to make a bridge with our bodies. This is really good for our back. So press down into your feet, lie down on your back. We want to lift our bottom all the way up towards the sky. So you kind of want to imagine you're a bridge here and you've got water and boats coming underneath you. So make sure your bottom is up nice and high. Press down into your hands. Really good, everyone. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, bring your bottom all the way back down to the ground. Good. Hug your knees in towards you. And notice what feels good here. You might take a bit of a rock from side to side. You might take a bit of a rock and roll if you've still got a lot of energy. This is really good for your body. And then lie back down onto your back and send your legs all the way up towards the sky. So we're going to keep our bottoms down on the ground, bring your arms out. this is really good to start to calm us down. So it's really good for your breath. You might bring your hands back onto your tummy. You send a big breath all the way down into your tummy. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. So if this feels good, you might want to stay with your legs up nice and high. If you want to bend your knees, we can also bend the knees. Maybe take a gentle rock and a roll from side to side. So we're going to lie down onto our backs and do a bit of breathing. So stretch out nice and wide through your legs. Bring your arms down by your sides. And you might take a rock of the head from side to side. So feel a bit of a release here through the neck and through the head. We want to lie down as still as we can. So try not to move a muscle. Try not to move your fingers or your toes. So feel your breath. Imagine that balloon of the belly. Every time you breathe in, can you fill up the balloon? Every time you breathe out, can you feel the balloon empty? You start to wriggle your toes, start to wriggle your fingers, maybe stretch your arms up overhead. You might bend your knees, give them a bit of a wiggle from side to side. Can we form a bit of a ball here? So hug your knees in, give yourself a nice big squeeze. And come all the way up to a big seat, big comfortable seat. We'll take one final big breath in, stretch your arms all the way up overhead. Stretch through your fingers. Then press your hands, bring them all the way down into your heart center. Have a lovely day. Thank you. Namaste.